November. Snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play fake. Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups. This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
I have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they'd get a sweep of the season series. On play action, it's Murray. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. The 40. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. We talked pregame about how we might have some twists and turns in this one, but how about this on the opening drive?
Well, they had a pretty good drive working, didn't they? So you wouldn't expect this ending because what you were thinking was they were going to put it in the end zone themselves, not have it go the other direction.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right,
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Josh Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, he finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and hold.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. An update from Denver, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. First down and more, ETN. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's ETN. Oh, nifty. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Travis Etienne with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, he'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on third down, Murray. Steps away to his left. Murray has the first down and more. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Detroit. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now. And he's only carried the ball 4 times. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Etienne. First down and more, Etienne. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Travis Etienne. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Here's Murray from midfield. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Being chased out left. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Jacobs. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
At the 5-yard line.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before half from Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Christian Kirk as time expires in the first half. And the Lions get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 23. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Here's Murray. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. Big Christian Barmore was there on the tackle. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the final number here in terms of the top speed that he hit, absolutely absurd. Next Gen Stats has him at better than 23 miles an hour on that one. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And this one is right through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kyler Murray doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Lions have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 27, Mahomes. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. They go play fake. Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. On 1st down, it's Jacobs, and they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And they'll go again with Etienne. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. He'll buy some time right. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A really nice knockdown. He has so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man. Because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. Mahomes. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
Here's a give to Etienne. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Mahomes will throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. A handoff for Etienne. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Mahomes. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, But still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Second and 11 at the 41. ETN with it. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Minnesota, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.